My first boyfriend broke up with me because I told him I didn't have an O. Can you imagine? Like, I went to this party in high school and we ended up having schmargs in a field, around a bunch of cows and stuff, because that's what you do in Tennessee. And we were on acid, and just out of our mind. And I remember the next day he was like, wasn't last night like so cool, like when we were in the field? And I was like, meh. And he's like, what do you mean, meh? And I was like, first of all, this is the first time he's ever asked me if I had pleasure. Ever. We'd been together for like a year. And, I can lie through omission really well. It's hard for someone when they ask me straight out for me to just be like, I'm not good at it. So anyway, he had to pull it out of me and I was like, no, not really. And he's like, so anyway, it came out that I've never had an O. And he was like, what? How could you betray me? Mind you, I lost my virginity to this dude, this rich, privileged dude who had major daddy issues, who convinced me to get a tattoo, the same tattoo with him on acid. Also, I hate this tattoo. I've hated it since before it went into my body. This is my codependency origin story, was this man. But I lost my virginity while working at Backyard Burgers. It was my lunch break. He drove through, got some hamburgers. I was like, had my little microphone, and I was like, oh, hey. And I decided, I don't know why, because this is how I viewed schmags. Let's just get it over with. Let's get it over with. When he came through, and I was like, hey, do you want to meet up on my break? So during my lunch break, or it was more of like a split shift because I was working a double, I went over to his grandparents' house because they were out of town and they lived close by. And I lost my virginity to Neil Diamond's Mirror something, whatever, terrible song. It was painful. Literally nothing pleasurable about this experience. I wasn't taken care of by him either. No foreplay, no how you doing. No, it was literally like the stupidest thing I've ever done and not fun at all. And then I'm like, okay, I guess I go back to work. So I went back to my shift at Backyard Burgers serving waffle fries and literally walking like this around the restaurant because it hurt. I felt like I had been stung by a jellyfish in my coochie. And that's how I entered the next couple decades of terrible schmegs with men who don't give a fart. So after just putting up with it, when I finally got asked outright after we've been sleeping together, wasn't that great? Nah. How could you lie? He broke up with me. And then we got back together, and then he cheated on me while I was on house arrest with a bunch of hippies at The Farm, which is apparently a famous cult in Tennessee. But you know what? I'm living my best life in France now. And that D-bag has been in prison for the last 10 years for a Ponzi scheme. I didn't have my first O till 36. I've been making up for lost time sin.